Once upon a time, in a quaint village surrounded by thick, enchanting woods, lived a little girl named Red Riding Hood. She was called so because of the beautiful red cloak she wore every day, a gift from her loving grandmother. One bright morning, Red Riding Hood's mother called her into the kitchen.
"Dear, I need you to take this basket of goodies to your grandmother's house. She is feeling under the weather, and these treats will surely cheer her up,"
her mother said, handing her a basket filled with cakes and a pot of honey.
"Yes, Mother,"
Red Riding Hood replied, eager to visit her grandmother. She wrapped herself in her red cloak, took the basket, and set off on her journey through the woods. Her mother called after her,
"Go straight to Grandma's house and don't stray from the path. The woods can be very dangerous."
"I will, Mother."
Red Riding Hood called back and began her walk, sticking to the path as her mother had told her. However, the woods were alive with the beauty of spring, and Red Riding Hood was tempted by the flowers and butterflies. Without realizing it, she strayed off the path to pick a bouquet of wildflowers for her grandmother. While she wandered, a cunning wolf hiding behind the thickets spotted her. Seeing an opportunity, the wolf approached her, disguised with a friendly smile.
"Hello, little girl. What are you doing all alone in these woods?"
Red Riding Hood, unaware of the wolf's sly nature, replied,
"I am on my way to my grandmother's house with this basket of goodies."
"How lovely. Where does your grandmother live?"
the wolf inquired with a sneaky grin.
"She lives at the end of the path, in the house with the red door."
Red Riding Hood innocently answered. The wolf thought of a wicked plan. He quickly made an excuse to leave and dashed through the woods to Grandma's house. Upon arriving, he knocked on the door.
"Who is it?"
called Grandma from inside.
"It's me, your granddaughter Red Riding Hood.
The wolf mimicked the little girl's voice.
I've brought you some treats."
Delighted, Grandma opened the door, only to be startled by the wolf who swiftly locked her in the closet. Then he dressed in one of her nightgowns and waited in her bed for Red Riding Hood. Meanwhile, Red Riding Hood, realizing she had spent too much time collecting flowers, hurried back to the path and soon reached her grandmother's house. She knocked on the door.
"Come in, my dear,"
croaked the wolf, imitating Grandma's voice. Red Riding Hood entered and approached the bed. She was puzzled by her grandmother's appearance.
"Grandma, what big ears you have!"
she exclaimed.
"All the better to hear you with, my dear,"
replied the wolf.
"And what big eyes you have!"
she said, moving closer.
"All the better to see you with, my dear."
The wolf grinned.
"And what big teeth you have!"
Red Riding Hood gasped as she finally realized the danger.
"All the better to eat you with,"
awed the wolf, jumping out of the bed. Just then, a woodsman passing by the house heard the commotion and burst through the door. With his axe, he scared the wolf away and quickly freed Grandma from the closet. Red Riding Hood hugged her grandmother, thankful that they were safe. The woodsman advised them to be more cautious, and they promised they would be. From that day on, Red Riding Hood never strayed from the path again, and she always remembered to listen to her mother's advice. And so, Red Riding Hood, her grandmother, and the village lived peacefully, always wary of the cunning wolf lurking in the woods.